Hello, I'm Teague Macdonald, and today on Film Focus we're going to be looking at Mad Max Fury Road.
It is by my hand you arise from the ashes of this world.
We are not things. We are not things.
Where is she taking them?
So for those of you who don't know, the Mad Max series is a trilogy of films back in the 80s that's got it's kind of the ultimate post-apocalyptic film. Like, this is where the idea of like what happens to humans after the end of the world really comes from. The first thing you got to know about Fury Road, what separates it from the earlier films in the series, or any film really, is that this is probably one of the most visually unhinged, insane spectacles you're ever going to see. So, I mean, I'm an old school Mad Max fan myself. I've seen all the original films a couple times each. I think I watch Road Warrior at least 4 times a year. And that's a slow year. And this is that same spirit taken to, it's been updated for the modern age, probably even pushed farther. Like, this film definitely ranks with Road Warrior, maybe above it. Kind of depends on maybe what mood you're in. But you're not missing anything continuity-wise. This is more of like a collection of standalone stories with the same main character. So plot-wise, what's really going on in this film is you've got, I think Charlize Theron is more of a main character than Mad Max, played by Tom Hardy. The female aspect is one of the main themes of this film, that Charlize Theron is the main pusher and driver of story action. Mad Max is along for the ride, he helps out, and that's really cool, but it's primarily Imperator Furiosa's story, and she liberates a group of sex slaves from this sort of desert warlord, and she carries them across the desert. She's trying to get back to her sort of tribe of warrior women, and as they kind of are brought into the world, they start picking up skills and becoming useful in this sort of traveling party that they put together, and just the amount of agency that female characters have in this film is really amazing for an action film. When you think of Hollywood as kind of a stodgy place that relies on tried and true ideas, to see this many active female characters and also the visual kind of splendor on display, it's a big thrill to see.
The world fell. Each of us in our own way was broken. It was hard to know who was more crazy.
It's a special effects film, but it's not using special effects to hide the fact that there are no ideas. These are ideas that could only be done on this kind of wide canvas. It's completely out of control in the best possible way. For example, just to give you a taste of what's in this film, the bad guys ride into battle and they have a semi-truck, and on the front of that semi-truck they have a wall of guitar amps and an electric guitarist who's just like shooting flames out of his guitar. Like, it's this sort of 70s, glam rock insanity that's just, I've seen a lot of movies in my time, and there were things in this film that I had never expected to see, but did see and loved to see. The sound mix in this film is also amazing, because you've got, a lot of the film is long car chases. The sound mix in the theater as you're sitting there is just full of that sort of rhythmic chug of the engines and the gears turning and the tires squealing and all that. And it's destructive, but it's also kind of beautiful just to have that constant rhythm throughout the film. It just fills you with that kind of the power of these motors and these weapons on display. So overall, I think that this is a film that if you are an action movie fan, you're going to love it, because it is the best kind of action film. It's an action film that's showing you things you've never seen, and it's doing those new ideas perfectly, I would really say. If you aren't an action film fan, I think you can still find things in this because of the strong characters, the emotional kind of peaks that they reach, especially if you are the kind of person who has wanted to see more female characters in film. The main protagonists, the whole cast of main heroes in this film, with the exception of Mad Max, are female. So it's breaking a lot of new ground visually and in terms of storytelling, and it reaches these emotional high points. And I can't imagine a person who isn't going to be satisfied seeing this film. I'm Teague Macdonald. This has been Film Focus. Thank you for watching, and remember, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.